I accidentally wiped the dust off the living room mirror, and for the first time I saw a face in it that wasn't mine. The old mirror frame that had hung in the living room since time immemorial had long since become as much a part of the interior as the cracked wallpaper or the creaky floor. It had belonged to my grandmother, and after her death I'd left it on the wall, more out of laziness than sentimentality. It reflected almost nothing. The dust that had collected over the years hid its true surface, like a blanket of secrets. One day while cleaning the house, I finally decided to wipe that mirror. It was a casual move, a swipe of a damp rag, a few laps to wipe away the thick layer of dust. But when I looked at the cleaned part, I froze. There was a face staring back at me, a face I'd never seen before. It was strange. Straight features, fixed gaze, indifference mixed with a barely perceptible smile. I looked over my shoulder to make sure it wasn't someone's silhouette in the room, but there was no one behind me, just me, dusty furniture and silence. It's showing, I decided, but my gaze still locked onto the mirror. I made another motion with the rag, enlarging the cleaned area. The face was more distinct now, as if it were appearing out of nothingness. And then I noticed that it was moving a little faster than I was. My reflected silhouette stood motionless, and this alien face shook its head faintly, as if to say, "I'm here." My heartbeat echoed in my ears. I tried wiping the mirror even harder, wanting to erase this horrible anomaly, but the more I cleaned, the clearer his image became. The fully reflected face now seemed alive. The black hole-like eyes were staring right at me. But worst of all, I could see them moving apart from me. I tried to leave the room, but my legs became absorbed in cotton, and then it blinked. The reflection smiled, and I heard a faint whisper that sounded like it was right inside my head. "You see me. Now I see you too." The mirror cracked, first a light line, then another. They intersected right where that face was, and the crackling began to spread across the glass like a spider's web. I wanted to break the mirror, but somehow I couldn't. My hand froze in midair. I haven't looked in that mirror since, but every night I hear a low whisper coming from the living room. Sometimes I think someone is standing outside the door, and I can feel them waiting for me to look again.